Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Into the Breach. We're playing as the Rusting Hulks. We've cleared 3 islands, and we're doing quite well in terms of health, and we have highly upgraded mechs. I don't know if I've ever seen this many reactor cores in a squad after 3 islands. Certainly not on camera, of course, but I've played a fair number off camera. Honestly, we're blowing through this game like it was on normal, so now's the time to feel the hubris and get killed by whatever horrible stuff awaits us here, right? It is, on the whole, relatively horrible. We have spiders and centipedes. I always forget how the centipedes work. I also forget if they're called centipedes. But they frequently trip me up with remembering that they have this weird splash damage thing that applies even if their projectile hits the edge of the map. But I think now is the time to try for a 4-island victory. We're very strong, so let's do it. I wanted to mention, by the way, as soon as I exited back to this screen after ending the last episode, we were awarded this achievement. We had technically not finished the island until we finished shopping. It was like, maybe you get mugged and lose some power while you're shopping. I don't know. But so now we've finished 3 islands without dropping below 4 grid power. Great. What else are we? We still haven't ever gotten untouchable because I love taking mech damage. So wait, I have done this one, right? I think so. It's hard to tell whether it's colored in or not, but I think it is. And then all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and we'll get this if we do the 4-island victory. How nice. Oh, and this. Okay, cool. So, great. Let's go for it. These guys are not, like, my favorite enemies, but they're not the worst. I hope. Yeah, welcome. It's cold. Great. Thanks for the weather update. Yeah, just need to remember what I have equipped in order to use it accurately, I think. That's a challenge that I sometimes face. And also remember we have preemptive strike. That's actually important, and I could easily forget it. And if possible, we'd like to let Ghana get, the jet mech, get as many kills as possible. That doesn't happen very much because we mostly kill things with clouds, and that splits the experience evenly, but, whatever. If possible, try to get Ghana kills. Fine. So, where to? Well, in order to finish the island, we must do this eventually, so let's do it now. And there's an ice storm, which is always fun. Oh my gosh, you can deploy anywhere. Oh yeah, let's deploy here, right? I think. They'll probably web him, but he can just fly away. That's the thing. He has the aerial bombs. Deploying anyone else here would be suicide, but he's the jet mech. He'll be fine. And this lets us get some extra damage in. Oh, it damages mountains even. Damaging adjacent enemies. A mountain counts as an enemy, apparently. Well, fair enough. Sure. Beam me up. These guys... Do I want to deploy against this back wall here or like this side wall? I think I'd rather deploy back here. But maybe like right there so that I can get to this wall if I need to. And the science mech, I don't know, here. This is the most spread out I've ever deployed, of course, because this guy's miles away from everyone. But even these two, I don't usually deploy that far apart. It means that the buildings are all... A time pod! How are we getting so many time pods? I lost my voice from all those time pods. Oh wow, you're both gonna try and get me, huh? Well, that's a bit of a downer because it means that I kind of have to use my jet mech on escaping here. I was thinking, of course, it's very easy. We just use the science mech to push this guy down here so that he won't attack anything. But there are some problems with that approach. Namely, I can't push him here because there's something here, and also I can't do that because I'm surrounded. Right? So both of those are bad. Which is not to say that I can't deal with this guy. I, in fact, can. But not very cleanly. What I'm envisioning is... Well, hang on. How much damage is this going to do? 3. I was hoping that somehow the answer... Oh! No, 3 is... No, it's not plenty. Because I can't smoke this guy if I shoot him. Because this guy can't move. I was hoping that maybe I don't know. What I was hoping was incoherent, so forget it. It would be nice to be able to get adjacent to this guy so that I can put smoke on him by, you know, with the back burner or whatever this is called. But I can't because this is in the way. I was thinking, I'll just do this and kill that. But that doesn't work because the smoke won't apply until the beginning of next turn. So instead, I have to do this, which I don't like nearly as much because it lets this spiderling hatch. But it is necessary to protect this guy from attacking the building, so I think I'm going to do that. We do this. Get in here. Don't think I want to fire there. I expect me to stand there more likely than enemies, so... And then just get out of here. Like so. This sort of traps that guy. If... Well, no, he can move past the spider, but... It does make it a bit more awkward for them to escape, maybe? I don't know. I think I'll just go with this. I might want to attack from this tile, and they won't, so I shouldn't put smoke on it. Alright, no grid damage, but a bit of an awkward turn, because we didn't get to deal with the spiderling egg thing at all. Nice that it froze all those cities. Buildings. Now I don't have to worry about them so much. Oh, and this guy's volunteering to get frozen. That's nice. And this guy's not moving. Oh, this is such an easy turn. I think. This guy's gonna start tearing down the mountain? That's his plan? That's interesting. I think it'll work. I don't know if I've ever seen a 2-digit number up here. Maybe I have, but it's been a while. Spiders create a lot of stuff happening. Anyway, so this seems pretty obviously called for. It kills the spider, it kills the scorpion. It gets me out of the ice block, gets me out of this guy's attack. And then the only thing left that I absolutely must deal with is this spider. And honestly, to say must is a bit of an overstatement. It would be fine not to. This guy's not doing anything because he's going to turn to ice. Yeah, so I think what I want to do is actually push like this. Killing the spiderling and also giving my dude a shield here. Not that the shield... Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't want to do this. Because... that would push this guy so he's in this part of the ice storm. Meaning that the centipede's attack on the mountain would free him from ice. I want him to stay right where he is. Okay. So I have a slight change to the plan, which is to do this instead. And kill the spider egg by bumping it. Rather than... Oh, and it shields the city, which is nice. Building. I can't help calling them cities. You guys are just going to have to forgive me. No good reason, but they kind of look like cities, don't they? Little mushroom cities. Okay, well, let's start by getting out of here. Yeah, this guy's attack up here is doing nothing. It's tearing... Oh, right, he's not even making that attack. Yeah, and I can't get behind this. I guess instead of pushing, I could use a smoke bomb there to do the damage. Then I would not be damaging my ally, right? That's fine. I'm not worried about running out of smoke bombs. I am worried about having smoke in places where I don't want it. Because here's a spot... I don't know. I think it would be fine to have some smoke here. Right? I think that should be okay. Now I'm free to move if I want. I could say move like this, getting me more centralized, but I'm also quite penned in here. I think I would actually prefer to be standing here. Okay. Penned in, pinned down. I meant one of those two, and I kind of got halfway to saying pinned in, which was not what I meant. Wait, did he not even damage the mountain? Ah, the mountain got frozen, and then his acid broke it out of the ice. I missed that. Okay. So he's attacking this centipede. And I guess it's not impossible to get to him, but it's getting rather difficult, isn't it? Like, one approach would be this. That would kill him, so that's something. But there are many other approaches, I think. Well, not many. It's hard to even get, like, on the same... row as him in any dimension where there's not already smoke. This right here is a very key square, actually. It's like the only place I can attack a whole bunch of different people from. But okay, so I need one of my jet mech and my artillery mech to deal with this guy, and one of them to deal with this guy. I could even, if I wanted to, use the science mech to come down here and smoke pellet this guy, I suppose. After using this square for my jet mech to deal with this guy. Yeah. I want to use the jet mech to deal with this guy because there's an emerging Vec right here, right? If I go like this, I'm blocking a spawn, and it's turn T-2, so the spawn will be blocked permanently. That seems quite strong. Which means I want to use the artillery mech to deal with this guy, which means I want to use the science mech to deal with this guy here. Okay, so that's the plan. Come here, take some acid, who cares? Go like this. Back up to here. And finally, science mech to here. I saw, by the way, on Solarity's stream, that he had gotten sick of people in the chat saying, oh yeah, you should have moved from behind the centipede to over by the building. And like, what exactly do you mean? Where is that? And he just put an overlay on his stream labeling this like A1, or A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First of all, I would have done it differently and made this A and this numbers, but he's probably right. I don't think it matters either way. It's reminiscent of a chessboard, of course, right? But like, you usually don't view a chessboard diagonally, and so it's conventionally which way do you count things. Anyway, I wonder whether that would be useful for me to do, so I could talk about specific squares without you having to look at exactly where I'm pointing when I say a thing. But I don't know, I'm probably not going to bother even remembering what's where, much less putting an overlay on for it. Okay, well, we'll do this. I can't even tell where the enemies are. I love these guys. Yeah, so he's not doing anything threatening. He's not doing anything threatening. We could completely ignore them if we wanted. But of course, it would be nice to get some XP for this guy, we decided, right? Can I get to... Okay, so what I could do is use my jet to do this. Although actually I think this guy's worth more XP. So if I could kill him, that would be useful. Which I can in this way. End with less than 4 mech damage. This would get me to 3, which is fine. And then, I don't know, we could do this. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's go with this. Plus 5 XP. Good work, Ghana. Yep, that was a pretty easy level with all of the ice storms hitting in convenient places. Turn 1 was a bit tricky just because there was the one thing going on down here to deal with, but no big deal. What's in the pod? Show me a reactor core. Okay, well, fine. Would have liked to have something more in there, but, you know, you never say no to a reactor core. I don't even know what I need. I have everything I could ever want. What am I supposed to do? Like just take some stat upgrades? I could also do something like this. Add damage to the rocket mech. Being able to do 3 damage is pretty good. I'll try to get one more move in later. Because like 4 move is plenty. We already have +1 mech move. We could take another. But 4 mobility is pretty good. And being able to do 1 more damage could make a big difference on occasion. Not even rare occasion. Pretty popular, common occasion. Okay, where to next? Frozen Plains. Kill 7 enemies. Here. Less than 4 mech damage. These both seem fine. Oh, kill at least 7 enemies is going to be even easier with these bots around. They're so flimsy. Defend the robots is also a fun one. But I'd rather do this, I think. I don't really need grid defense. But on the other hand, I don't really need rep either. Like, what am I buying? More upgrades? I can barely fit any more upgrades. There's a good word for like having more of a thing than you need, which is surfeit. And I'm not quite sure exactly how to fit that, like what tense or part. It's a noun, but I don't know exactly how to fit it. It's a word much like surplus, but it means like being too full rather than having too much. Anyway, made me think of this. Sort of have a surfeit of reactor cores, I guess? I don't know. S-U-R-F-E-I-T. Anyone wants to look that up to follow along. Alright, where are we going? Well, I want the reactor core in something, and I just have no idea what. Wait, is that what I'm talking about? No, I already put the reactor core in to give myself +1 damage on this guy at the cost of 1 move. Right. And I was thinking about how badly I want rep, because all I would really use it for is like grid power and reactor cores, but where would I put reactor cores, man? So maybe I should do this one because it looks easier. Even though this one in principle is better, like the rep is not that important to me anymore. Yeah, I mean, I would never say no to more reactor cores. Let's do this. Let's do this one. More friggin' spiders and centipedes. God, I hate this game. And all 4 of these guys are alphas. Okay, well, I don't know about this. We did this last time, and it was like really awkward to be required to spend the Jetmech's turn escaping. Here, though, there's nothing that can web me, and dealing 1 damage to either of these guys is really strong because he can deal 3 damage very easily with his high-powered smoke bombs. So this sort of threatens to kill either of these 2, which I like a lot. So I think I will do that, even though last mission it made things pretty dicey. And I think here is good, so that I can back up into this area if I need to, for some reason. Actually, I don't see myself needing that, because I already have access to this whole row. So maybe this is better, giving me access to most of this. No. I only have 4 move now, which only gets me to here, and I might want to be able to get to here. So Let's do something like this. Allowing me to advance if I need to smoke onto somebody, or move laterally if I want to shoot at them. That seems okay. And finally, Science Mech here to protect the bar a little bit better. Whew. Pretty good shot. So this smoke bomb looks disgusting, right? I think it's outrageously good. But it kind of, well, actually, it's fine. That's what I think about it. The thing is, like, it's hard. It's hard to free this rocket mech if I make this attack, because the main way to free him is with the science mech, of course, which I would have to like do this or possibly this, but that doesn't free him this turn. So really, the only way to free him is like so. But it's kind of fine not to free him, right? I can just leave him where he is. Let him launch off a missile in this direction, smoking this guy. It's fine. Which leaves me killing this guy, dealing a fair bit of damage to this guy. And actually, here's the thing. If I'm not using the science mech to free my rocket mech, I can send him here, pushing this guy away and dealing... Wait, that's not what I was thinking of doing. Although it is interesting. Getting the spider to block a spawn. I think it's better to kill the spider, though. Which I can't do comfortably if I... yeah, because this is splashing. Okay. So I really do need to smoke this guy. What I was thinking of doing, though, is coming down here and smoke pelleting to kill the spider. No. So... what I was thinking of was doing this and saying, that means I won't need to kill hit both of these guys with the smoke because he's already smoked, right? Then I could say do this. But that is an incorrect conclusion because in addition to smoking this guy, I need to deal 1 damage to him, which means that I need to do this. So maybe the right thing to do here is to deploy a shield and push. No, because that pushes him out of the smoke. We don't want to do this. We have to smoke pellet here, which is fine. It just, I was considering alternatives, and all of them turn out not to work. So I think this is a pretty promising line. Come down here and smoke pellet. Get those guys like so. And almost, but not quite, kill this guy. Now, conveniently, the spiderling is trapped. I didn't really do that on purpose, but it does mean he's going to be predictable. On the other hand, that's not exactly a place I want him to be. It's just like, well, I can force him to be there, whether I like it or not. Please, stay right there, Mr. Scorpion. Oh, unlucky. Oof. Oof. That's a little nasty. So this is a promising thing to take out with the jetpack, right? This looks okay. Although I guess I'd want to do it in the other order. Go like this. I can ignore the spiderling for now. But that still leaves me with these two and this guy to deal with somehow, with only 2 moves. Wait a minute. Is there a building here? There's not. If I just step out of the way, this guy totally whiffs. He's not doing anything. Okay, great. I couldn't tell with all the smoke. Which means I don't have to deal with this guy. I can just deal with these 2, this one, and this one. A feat of which we are eminently capable. In a couple of ways, right? Can my science mech get up here? Yeah, assuming we kill this guy first. Which means that my artillery mech could do this as our way of dealing with these guys, doing a bit of damage to this one while we kill this one. Seems okay. Right? The alternate plan, the sort of more obvious thing, is to attack this guy with the artillery mech because it's closer. But then what exactly do I do with the science mech to kill this guy? Smoke pellet him, I guess. But that doesn't seem very productive. It uses up my smoke pellet, and it doesn't do any damage to this guy. Neither of which are desirable characteristics of a solution. So, okay, this seems like, oops, this seems like the plan. Well, I guess we're using up the smoke pellet either way, now that I think about it. Wait a minute, is he gonna drown? I think he might drown. Because he's gonna take damage from the ice, and the damage, as far as I can tell, should damage this tile. Which should drown him? I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I think it'll work, but I don't have a guarantee on that. There we go. And I've taken 0 mech damage so far, so... Oh no, we already got that achievement, didn't we? Yeah. He did not drown. Interesting to note. This guy is once again attacking nothing. This is a blast scion, right? Yes. Explode on death. Alright. Ah, and it shows up on the icon around them, which is nice if I hover and ask for extra tactical information. Okay. So there are 2 enemies doing anything meaningful this turn, which is a number with which I am capable of dealing, for sure. However, if I try to artillery this guy, he'll suddenly start doing something meaningful, so I need to be careful there. I guess... Ugh. I could come up here and shield. Well, that actually sort of does work. We're protected from the damage, and so is the building. I'm trying to see what this artillery... I guess this is the useful thing for my science mech to do, right? Is just push this spiderling into the smoke. But then what's my artillery mech doing? Nothing, right? He could kill the blast scion. Oh my god, it's so important to kill the blast scion. Holy cow. I'm glad I did not forget to do that, because we're going to be killing 2 guys next to buildings, and I don't want them to blow up on the buildings. So this is like a very, 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 very important thing to do. And having done it, we can kill everything else. Well... Here's the thing. I almost made a big mistake again. So my plan for dealing with this guy was this, right? But that puts me right in the way of all this stuff, and therefore damages the old Earth bar. So I'm having to reconsider again what exactly I am up to here. Huh. Well, it's starting to look like I need to not kill the blast scion, and therefore somehow not kill enemies when they're adjacent to buildings? But that's looking very difficult, isn't it? Like, in the sense that I literally cannot do it? Huh. Ah, okay. Solution found. I was restricting myself to just this attack. However, I just need to get this guy to not attack the building. And I can use my other attack to do that. And then he does not get in the way of this projectile, which means we do not take damage here. Then, having done that, I am free to use the artillery to kill the blast scion, which I would do first, of course, and kill this guy and leave this guy alone. Okay, fine. Crisis averted. Just have to remember all the tools at my disposal, not just the most obvious ones. And you... Okay, there we go. There's a lot of acid tiles down here. Alright, last turn. Once again, that guy is attacking nothing at all. Well, last turn I said he was attacking nothing at all, but actually he was exerting a lot of pressure along this diagonal, so I shouldn't be so dismissive of him, I suppose. Again, it would be nice to get a little XP for this guy, which the main route for that appears to be shooting this guy and then flying over it. I suppose, alternatively, we could kill this guy. But it's not so easy to actually do that. We have to devote something to doing a little damage to him. And I don't have a way to do a little damage. I can do a lot. I can just, like, nuke him like this, and he's dead. But that's not helpful. I would have to do, like, 1 damage while pushing him into this tile, or 2 damage while leaving him anywhere. And I can't so easily do that. So I guess that's a non-starter. We're just going to let this guy live and try to get the XP off of this guy, which, as noted, is pretty simple. And he's the only one attacking the building, so really this is just like, that solves the problem. And I guess I'll do this to make sure Ghana gets all of the XP. And, I don't know, push this guy into the smoke, because why not? Sure. Okay, well we had one little mini crisis there. But one's not too bad for something going on the 4th island. Plus 16 XP, it's working. We almost got him up to 50 already. Okay, great. What's this new one? Block Vex spawning 3 times and protect the coal plant. Whew. Look at all those mines and all those Vec. I really would like to get here because that gets me to the reactor core. So let's do it. Wait. Did I pick up a time pod in the last mission and forget to equip a reactor core? I don't think so. Okay, just checking. Huh! It puts the little snowman there to tell you that, yep, deploying here will cause you to turn to ice. I think I'll just do this. Gets a little damage onto the spider, which 3 is a way better number for an enemy to have than 4. We have a lot of ways to deal 3 damage and not nearly as many to deal 4. And I really hate these dang spiders. Plus, this presents a tempting target for enemies to walk here. So, there you go. Ooh, not a lot of good spots for artillery. I guess I'll take this. Try to have control of this row. And just put this guy here. I don't know, he's pretty flexible. He can get just about anywhere from the center of the map. It destroyed the mine! I should have known that, but I didn't think of it, because it didn't put the 1 there, I don't think. Huh. So when it's frozen, I guess it just never hatches? Yeah, that sounds right. Well, That's an interesting start. I'm thinking of this. Kill off the spider right away. And, the thing is, that uses up the ice mine, I believe. Which I was really hoping to use to push this guy into, you know? But I suppose it is sufficient to do this, even if the guy doesn't get frozen. I shield up and block all the damage that would get onto the building instead. Of course, then what am I using my jet mech for? It kind of has to be this. Which means some bad things. A, I'm on fire. Ah! I was thinking it's bad to unfreeze the spider, but it's fine because I put him in smoke as well, so he dies. Spiderling, I should say. Another question. No, it is not possible to push this guy into water. Okay, just checking. I could push this guy into water, but I'd rather deal with the spider while I can. Scorpions are a pretty small threat, even alphas. When we have all these ways to neutralize threats. Yeah. I think that is sort of the best I can come up with. And maybe shooting this guy onto a mine while he dies doesn't use it up the way that exploding mines get used up when that happens. Okay. Block Vex spawning 3 times. Well, we're not going to make much progress on that this turn, I'm afraid. So, let's make this move first and see what happens as a result. It did use up the mine. Okay. Yeah, and I can't get here even if I wanted to, like, smoke this guy differently somehow. I don't like having to get smoke on, but that's life. We're gonna do this. Now he's not... Oh, we want to go in this direction. So we're not standing there when all this damage comes in. That would be pretty disastrous. I guess I could smoke pellet. But, well, it does 2 damage to this guy, which is a thing I would like to have happen. But I only get 2 of those, and right now it's not doing much. Yeah, I'd rather get the shield on the building anyway. I suppose I could have pushed this guy back first and then shot him with the missile, causing him to go... Well, basically I would be giving up... Oh, wow, thank you. I'd be giving up on the spider if I did that. Which would be defensible. You could say maybe I should give up on the spider, but... Yep, roger that. Don't like being on fire here. So, there are 4 enemies threatening. The only way that I see of dealing with 2 of them at once is via smoke pellets here, which is fine. I'm happy to do that, and that lets me deal with everything, I believe. But I'm not making any progress on blocking spawns, which does not make me happy. Still, I don't see what else to do. Hang on, I can do better than this. Don't waste the damage on this guy. Instead, you kill this guy so that this guy, instead of being just smoked, can be smoked and also damaged. Yeah. I started another fire? Oh, because I'm on fire and I walked into the tile, I guess? I didn't realize fire was communicable in that way. Interesting. I'm really going to have trouble blocking 3 spawns. Especially when I'm going to need to repair my jetmech before the battle is over. Or maybe like step into... Maybe as my last move, I'll deal damage to someone and then land in one of these. Oh, he's attacking a shielded city. That's nice. God, there's so much stuff on the screen, though. And this guy's attacking not a frozen city, but a frozen thing. Oh my god, the blast mech makes everything so complicated. Holy cow. Okay. Oh my gosh, here's such a cool tech. I think. So what if I do this? I kill these guys, although not until the turn is over, and land here, putting out the fire. And then this guy shoots me, releasing me from the fire and killing these guys. Like, how nuts is that? It's so good. I should get a Nobel Prize for this play. Well, it's not such an amazing play to spot. I think I was a bit clever, but more important, it's just a cool occurrence that like all this stuff is happening in this one spot. So I'd also like to block some spawns, of course. It's a bit tricky to do. There's really only one enemy appearing here. And if I'm going to block him, like, how am I going to do it? Not entirely clear to me. I mean, I have a lot of mechs free. Oh, this guy's webbed, that's right. But he'll be unwebbed, because I'm shooting these guys. And then he has 4 moves, right? Where could he get to with 4 moves? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. He could get to here and kill this guy, preventing that cool combo that kills these guys, but dealing with the more dangerous threat, the centipede, instead of the scarab. Oh, that would be a bad idea because I'm not killing anyone until the turn is over, right? Because of the blast scion. I don't want to kill this guy, causing him to explode onto the city just yet. Because this guy will also attack and we would take some grid damage if I were to kill this guy. Well, no, killing him would push him back and we would deal damage to this instead, but that's just as bad. Okay. So, wait a minute. Victory in 2 turns? That means this is my last chance to block Vex spawning. So, I guess we're just not going to do that then. Okay. Well, bummer. But I think that this play is like what we're going to do. Now he's frozen and not on fire. And the science mech is going to come down here and push this guy so he does not rescue an enemy. And everything on screen, except for these 2, are dying, so I might as well block the spawn. Not for the objective, but just so that there's fewer enemies next turn. Yeah. Is there anything I should shoot? I don't think so. I could make some water here. I guess I'd rather have water than ice, right? Sure. Look at that. Wasn't it beautiful? We put out the fire without having to spend a turn repairing. And blocked damage to the coal plant at the same time. I can't quite afford to do this, but also it wouldn't kill him, so I guess that's fine. I guess I could kill both of these guys. Shoot here, killing... push, and then just bomb this guy. The XP doesn't all go to Ghana, but I don't think there's a way to get any more of it to go to Ghana than that, so... Yeah, let's do that. Okay, well, no grid damage, but we didn't achieve our objective. Sorry about that, Pinnacle. Okay, well, 46 out of 50, nearly there. And now we have this available, but I'm going to do that in the next episode. We're going to have, it looks like, 2 difficult missions. This, and also HQ. Although freeze and defend both robots is usually relatively easy. The freeze bot you get is pretty powerful. But, anyway, as I think I already said, that'll be in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.